Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Anime Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Matt, alongside with my other host, Lantz. As always, we like to start off with an adult beverage of choice. And Lance, what are you drinking today?
Today, I am going to be drinking some Jeptha Creed bourbon whiskey, and I will have a Three Sheeps Wisconsinitis to chase that back. What about you?
I am having some good old Wisconsin Driftless Glen bourbon whiskey, and then also having some Three Sheeps, because that's pretty good. And
Yeah, loving this beer.
Yeah, it's definitely need to keep an eye out for some more. Lance, why don't you give us that synopsis right away?
Today, we're going to be covering the brilliant healer's new life in the shadows. And the synopsis says, a Japanese light novel and anime about Xenos, a self-taught slum dweller who becomes a formidable, unlicensed shadow healer after being kicked out of an adventurers party for his incredible, unconventional skills. He opens a back alley clinic, and his reputation for miraculous healing grows, attracting attention from the underworld and even the royal palace, even as he quietly focuses on helping the disenfranchised and becomes a dark legend. Got that off of Google AI overview, and they really like to use those commas and make those sentences real long. God damn, shorten those up a little bit. But yeah, that's what we're covering today.
Yeah, awesome. For once, it did a pretty good job. I will say that.
Yeah, I agree.
And before we get into Brilliant Healer, what is the Lance's lessons for today?
Today's Lance's lessons is going to be the Japanese word for grave. And grave is haka. Haka is H-A-K-A. And haka is relevant to today's episode because there's a couple episodes where we deal with some graves, whether it be in the very beginning where we deal with some grave robbing, and that's where we meet Xenos for the first time, really. I mean, we get him in a little bit before, but like we actually get to see him for an actual minute. And again, when we get into the royal palace, when we have to fight a bunch of wraiths in the graveyard. So yeah, grave, haka.
And I mean, we're dealing with dead things throughout the series, so kind of makes sense.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you.
And with my little section out of the way, Matt likes to read the manga for every episode. So are there any differences between the manga and the anime?
NANI?!
Yes, there were a few. Starting it off, basically the very beginning. That doesn't happen. You know, with like the rabbit fox girl, the entire section doesn't happen. Basically the whole first episode.
Okay. Were there even the introductions of like the bullshit first half of the episode where all the girls are just around eating the food and then them trying to figure out how to make more food?
No, that happens. That does happen. It's like basically all the action stuff in the very beginning, you know, basically what gets you drawn into the show. None of that happens.
Okay. So when we met Till with my graveyard speech, that doesn't even happen?
No.
Interesting. Okay, well, I imagine because we see Till at the end of episode 12, I would imagine that maybe we'll get introduced to that snippet as far as like what would be considered season 2 material for the manga.
Yeah, well, the manga doesn't go that far, so yeah, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, I wonder if the light novel will explain that later then.
I would assume so. I know you were looking it up, just kind of peek behind the curtain. There's what, eight volumes, right?
Yeah, as of today, there appears to be 8 current volumes, and season 1 covers volumes 1 and 2.
Okay, not bad at all. So maybe a quarter of the way through the series. I guess we'll have to wait and see if for anybody who is interested in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Other differences between the manga and the anime. So Xenos tries to stick up for himself. The Golden Phoenix, when they're kicking him out, he's like, no, I'm doing these things and I'm doing these things. Like, I'm helpful. I am helping the party. And he's like, no, this person's doing that. And you're just meat for the slaughter, essentially. You're just some peasant slum that we kept around, as they talk about, just kept around to be either a scapegoat or to help us flee if needed.
Okay, yeah, so that sounds like more detail. There was like one quick comment that he made, but it was so damn short of it.
Yeah.
basically whimpering away?
No, he stuck up for himself.
Okay.
Lily was shot in the back with the arrow, not stabbed. So she doesn't get shot in, like, the leg with the arrow.
I think... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I think she got shot in the leg. And
yeah, she gets shot in the leg and then falls over. The guy gets on top of her and either just tries to, like, pin her down or something, and she scratches him or bites him or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets all pissed off and stabs her. No, he, like, as she's running away, he shoots her in the back, in, like, the spleen.
Interesting. Okay, so it's a lot quicker in the manga.
Oh, yeah, significantly. And it was 2 dudes, not a girl and a guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was about 2 months after Xenos was kicked out of the Golden Phoenix when they went looking for him, just to kind of give a little bit of timeline.
Okay.
Someone suspected an unlicensed healer after the Golem incident, as there were no injuries reported, and the reason why they know of no injuries is because some royal healers volunteered to go check out the slums, like, significant time after the whole incident happened.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it was like, well, who's injured? Nobody. It's like, what do you mean nobody's injured? Like, look at the town. Do you saying somebody just destroyed the town for no reason? And yeah, I'm trying to blank on her name. It's the girl with the glasses.
Oh, yep, she's in my notes. It's like 3 letters long. The blue-haired girl? Umin.
Umin, yes. Yep, Umin. Umin. Yeah, she suspects what's going on, and she's all skeptical. Like, what do you mean there's no injuries? What do you mean this? And it's like, nothing's going on. I don't know what to tell you. Like, all the volunteers are all confused because they don't have anything to investigate, really. They investigated the slums for 10 days prior to Becker, the
guy with brown hair who basically hires Xenos to find out who killed his fiance.
Yes. So he poisons himself after 10 days of them investigating the slums.
Wow. The anime does 0 effort towards these time and differences.
Yeah.
Like, they don't explain a single...
Yeah, they just kind of rush through everything.
I mean, you expect time to go by, but you have no idea how much time is going by.
Yeah, absolutely. Granted, they are only like after the fact talk about it's been 10 days of investigating. It's not like they're actively investigating for days.
Right.
So Xenos talked about how he took down 50 ghosts at once instead of 30, because he doesn't have that, like, self-reflect, being like, oh, I shouldn't probably say how many I can actually do. What does he say? Oh, he says 30. Well, yeah, I can do 30 as well. Like, I can do 30 at once or whatever it was. He was just, well, I don't want to show off.
Yeah.
And then is asked.
Okay,
yeah.
I could stop you there. All of that exactly was said.
Oh, okay.
In the anime, yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed it then.
In the classroom.
I could have sworn he said 30, but I guess not.
Oh, he said 30. He started with saying, like, oh, yeah, I can easily take down 50, but Crescent over here is talking about taking on 30, so I'll just match him.
Yep.
And then didn't know exactly how Crescent felt, because he, obviously this naive healer thinks that he's a nobody. And it's like, okay, well, if he can take down 30, I can take down 30 also. I can take down 30 at once, can't you? Like, so that, yeah, there was that whole joke in there.
At once? Yeah, no, he says 50, not 30. But yeah.
Yeah. He can take down 50 at once, no problem. But yeah, he was playing himself down.
Yeah. When it came to Milk, was that the dog's name?
Yep.
There were actual scars and missing fur on Milk when Crescent went to go heal him. Or the dog. We'll just say the dog.
Okay.
And when Xenos healed, like, there was a substantial difference between the two healing.
Oh, yeah.
Versus, yeah. So
I can see. I can't remember what the anime quite showed.
In the anime, it just kind of looked dirty.
Yeah, right.
Like, the dog didn't look injured, or, like, it just was kind of black and, like, laying on its side.
Oh, yeah. That sounds familiar now. They had nothing too out of the ordinary. You knew it was messed up, but, like, yeah, it's not going to be graphic.
Yeah. It's much more graphic in the manga. Just like the noble girl who had the mark on her face. Like, it looked gross. It looked nasty.
Oh, really? I'm trying to remember that now in the anime, because I remember the first half of us meeting that girl with odd face.
Yeah.
Like, her face, the camera was always, like, neck down, so we couldn't see her right away. And then when we actually did get to see her, like, her hand was covering her face.
Yep. It basically looked like a giant nasty mole.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
a boil?
Yeah, like a boil.
Okay. I can see that.
And in the manga, you actually see them, like, cutting through muscle and all this other stuff. Like, you see everything.
Oh, interesting.
So that's another difference. But it's just a lot more... It's more hideous than in the anime.
Okay.
the incident where Goldrand prioritized the noble's life happened inside of a house. Apparently there was like an explosion inside of the noble's like dance hall kind of thing.
That's right.
Versus it was outside in the anime.
Was that how they explained it?
Yeah,
I can't even remember it. I remember that the explosion was obviously so big.
Yep. Yeah, so they were all outside in the anime, but in the manga, it was essentially like the same dance hall.
Okay.
That the poisoning happens.
That's more symbolic.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense when Becker talks about how I wanted to basically recreate the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why aren't they outside then? No,
yeah, right.
It's because it happened in a ballroom.
Okay, I like that version a lot better.
Yeah. And then you'll actually see that Becker has a picture of Goldrand healing the noble. Like there's a picture of the incident.
Yeah, they find that in the...
Is it in the drawer?
Yeah, because the girl, we just talked about her, Uman. Uman, yeah. She went back to his office and he had a copy of it.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, oh, well, you didn't really think that photographer had only one copy of it because Goldrand thought he was in the clear.
That's right. Okay, yeah, I completely spaced out about that.
The picture did look pretty cool. Like there's a bunch of like little swirls coming through because he's absorbing all the the healing and stuff.
Yep. You find out about the guy who basically. So we know at the end, was it Arnold? Is that what?
Allran.
Allran. Yeah, that's
just every time I typed his name into my notes, it always wanted to correct it to Alfred. But yeah, Allran.
Yes. So the guy at the end who plays Allran. There's another guy that.
Oh wait, maybe it's Alfred.
I think it's Alfred.
Yeah, that's what my notes say.
Yeah, it's
now
Alfred.
that I see it, Alfred.
So there's these maids that go into a closet, and you just see this random noble tied up, like hogtied, in a closet. And then when he gets released, he's like, "No, my invitation got stolen." Well, that's where the invitation came from. Was this guy?
Okay.
And then the last difference is Becker is sitting in like an interrogation room with like bars between everybody and himself when they're having that conversation at the end.
Oh, okay. So it's not like he's just in an open room,
no,
like a freed criminal kind of thing.
No. He is indeed still a criminal, but the conversation still happens. He's just behind some bars.
Okay, I think I would like that one a little bit better too, because the impression that we're left at the end is like he's basically free to go. I mean,
he is, but
Blondie, the
Katarina. Krishna. Krishna. Yeah, that's what it is. Krishna. Yeah. Words are hard. It's okay.
Krishna basically gave him the way out.
Yeah.
Which makes it easier for the anime to just get to the punchline, but it would have been nicer to see a little bit more dramatic effect.
Yes, absolutely. Iron Rose, if you want to remember her by a different name.
Iron. Yeah, I definitely remember Iron. She's emotionless.
Yes. And only has one flaw.
All right, well, now that we're speaking about one flaw, this anime, for as simple as it was, really dove real deep into these tropes.
Yes, absolutely. I guess, did you have a favorite trope?
Trope.
That's not something we normally talk about. So
right.
Let's dive into that one.
They really did go deep into a handful of them. I got most annoyed with "I'm just your common underground healer." Nothing too.
Yeah, he said it so many times.
So annoying.
Like once an episode at least.
But easily once. And honestly, all we needed was once. Period.
I can understand like once to the people in the slums, and then once to like all the nobles. But that's about it. Like those two times.
Yeah, way overdid it.
I love how they jumped off a second-story balcony too.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
I wish we would have saw a little bit more animation with him, like, saving his fall from that building.
Something.
Because, like, obviously we know his defensive magic is really, really good.
But Crest did it, and he had no problems.
Oh, shit, did he jump too?
Yeah, he jumped off the balcony and was like, wait for me.
I think you're right. Crest was such a bitch, stopped caring about him halfway through. Like, yeah, he's chasing him, and, like, that's as far as I, like, comprehended. Like, okay, I totally forget him also jumping off a second story. Nobody can do that. That's not it's possible, but that's not a thing that you just do.
We'll give it to Zeno because of his healing abilities, but not
especially healing.
not just normal everyday people who can't heal themselves.
Back to tropes.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't pick one.
Yeah. Well, I guess you said the one you dislike the most.
I guess that is a nice bit of conversation right there.
Yes.
Other than that, it was kind of funny with Krish being like, this is my one and only flaw.
Yes.
The first couple times were definitely funny, and then Xenos always commenting that you got a handful of flaws, don't you?
That's not, you can't have more than one only flaw.
Yeah, right. So that one was more I would say that would be my favorite one because that one is kind of fresh.
Okay.
I mean, they definitely overdid it hard and fast, but that adds to the comedy level. So, like, I'll let that one slide, obviously.
Yeah.
You leaning on anything?
Oh man. I guess I'm going to play off because he's the underground healer, he's going to kind of let all the people fight against each other. I kind of enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
You know, he's supposed to be just this no fucks given, essentially bad guy. And so when all the three demi-humans start fighting each other, he's like, all right, now you're all going to pay me, because he just heals them forever.
Yeah, right. I did like that whole little mini arc.
Yeah,
I mean, mini arc. It was one full episode, but
that's a mini arc. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I thought it was a good concept. I thought it was a good lesson to teach.
I mean, it's realistic because, you know, sometimes you fight out your problems and then you come together in the end and nobody really got hurt. So everybody was just tired and they're like, oh, you know, you're not that different than I thought you were. Mm-hmm. And so, I enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. And to take another lesson away from that was he was saying, like, he kicks her, she retaliates, he kicks, or like he stabs me, I retaliate. The whole revenge concept, it's gonna be an infinite loop until someone stops it. Obviously, someone's gonna be at a unequal loss at that kind of point, but at the same time, it's got to stop. Yeah, absolutely. And so I enjoyed that one as well. I thought I liked the symbolism when it came to that kind of stuff because it's realistic. It's true. The one I could do without was the spa bath scene. Yeah, it definitely had to have some form of a beach scene, and that we got it in spa. Mm-hmm. I did find it pretty funny that what she considered, I forget, the ogre? Yeah, she's an ogre. Lowe? Loewe? Lole. Yeah. Yeah, she straight up came out naked. Full frontal. Yeah, then, of course, Lily being an elf, she's got no chest, and she's just like, oh. And I did find it funny when Uman was in the bath, and like as soon as she noticed she was flat as well, she was like, oh, hey, we could be friends. Yeah, right. You can bond over having not much to give out. Yeah. Uman, she had another trope that, I mean, she started her own kind of trope where she was always healing somebody and then responding with, this person will never be able to do this again. So I know 2 times for sure she said that. It was possibly 3, but on my rewatch, I was like, okay, this is definitely like her staple trope. Yeah. So it's kind of funny. Like after the explosion at the Springs, he's never going to be able to like chop potatoes again. Yeah, or something. Hold a knife. I think it was hold a knife again. And then when Aston, the Golden Phoenix, when she helped them, she was like, oh, they're never going to be adventurers again. Yeah. That's where it all started right there. Yep. That's our first introduction to her. So, that's very true. I will give you that one. This was also one of apparently the spring season was weird in the fact that there were a lot of shows where the main character gets kicked out of their party and they don't realize how strong they are. Mm-hmm. Like, I think this was one of like 3 or 4 that happened in that season. Okay. So just nuts where that keeps happening. I'm sure someone out there is making like a little best team possible of all these quote unquote rejects who can come together and just make an unstoppable force. Like we have Xenos here being an incredible healer, booster, defensive magic, all the great background characters that you need to make sure your party stays alive and does well. Like I think this guy would definitely be a staple with his overpowered abilities. Yeah, I 100% give you that one. He's kind of OP, like to be completely honest. Exactly. With Xenos being as talented as he is, yes, I made a note in my comments that I don't remember who said it, but they said that like there's less than 10 people in the country who can instantaneously heal to the effects that, like, essentially he can, where, like, no scars can be seen. You don't you need to cast anything.
Yep.
Just, like, to his perfection. So I would like to think of that as, like, a seed being dropped into seeing other people in the future with his capabilities. So I really wonder if we would see any of those kind of guys in the future. Not necessarily being rivals, but, like, I don't know, maybe...
Like a mentor?
No, I'm trying to go more evil. Like a war kind of thing. Like, Xenos and his party is going to have to fight basically a copy on the other side, where the dude's going to be healing and boosting just as much as Xenos is going to be healing and boosting. I think that would be a real solid arc for the entire series.
I find that really interesting. I have a feeling that's never going to happen.
No? Not even
I think
with
this
8
series,
novels being out there?
Yeah, I feel like the series is going to be a lot more straightforward, and it's all going to be about trying to find more information about his mentor. Like, that's what the whole thing's going to revolve around.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. My first thought would be finding information as mentor would be essentially the next season, the next 2 light novels worth of information. I don't know if I would consider that being an end goal. I mean, it obviously could be, because that's something that he wants.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be very interesting, though.
Yeah, right. With 8 novels out there, I'm at a little bit of a loss on what to expect out of this.
You're the writer, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can let my mind wander, but yeah, I wonder how much fluff and outside sources are they going to throw into this?
I don't know. That'd be very interesting. I feel like they're going to give Carmilla's backstory. We're going to find out about her a lot. I feel like she has a very interesting backstory. I feel like Krishna, we're going to get more about her, and then, I don't know, some sort of, between the 3 demi-humans, Lily's going to get a little bit of something. Maybe she's going to, like, age up or something. And
I could see her and her magic abilities getting stronger and more useful.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Maybe aging up a little bit. I mean, we all know typically elves live a shit ton longer than anybody else does, so she might look younger longer, but I think her magic capabilities are going to be more impressive in the future.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it'll be very helpful. I did find it funny how Carmilla kept, like, giving seduction classes to Lily.
Exactly. Yeah, that was so damn funny. Every single time it was borderline cringy, because it's really funny seeing, like, a little girl say that, but the fact that someone like her is saying those things to begin with and getting coached by Carmilla, yeah, that was kind of funny.
Did you have a favorite character?
My favorite character is Carmilla.
Okay.
The Wraith. Yeah, she was...
I think her character design is definitely the best.
The design was great. Who she was just great. Knowing that her being a talking Wraith, from learning from the school, that those are the most dangerous ones, makes me more interested in her. Yep. Like, she's not just 1 in a million. That's, like, it's relatively common. Like, no, this is pretty rare.
Yep.
Which makes sense, too, because anytime you see a normal Wraith, it's always some, like, brain dead thing that's just trying to kill you. But this one actually has full-blown conscious.
Yep. And then, like, she had some of the best jokes. Like when they're drinking all of her booze.
Yep.
And Xenos is like, oh, yeah, she's not that bad. And her comment was, you're the only person I let talk to me like this. And as she's, like, leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was very funny. If I had to pick somebody else...
Would you choose her as your favorite as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the same page there.
Her design was just the best. Her comments were really good. I'm very interested in her background. I really don't want to go Xenos, but I feel like it's just going to be Xenos.
He would be an obvious next best favorite. Yeah,
he was a good main character. Not too annoying. Definitely needs to recognize that he's not just some normal healer.
Yeah, that needs to stop soon.
Yeah, that was another trope.
Yep.
Then just some of those things. Oh, we have a bad guy. Yeah, we already have a bad guy. The shape-shifting guy.
The guide?
No, the shapeshifter. The guy who took over, not Alfred, but
Afrit.
Yeah, look at your notes. You wrote it down. And it's not in this wiki, so that doesn't help anything.
Yeah, Afrid.
Afrid? Okay, yeah. So the guy who took over Afrid's body, that's the bad guy. The guy who turned Aston into a golem.
That one's the guide.
The guide? Oh, okay.
His name was the guide.
Oh,
he was wearing a hood.
Yeah,
and gave him he needed his name to infuse with the golem and essentially transformed him into a giant golem.
Yes, that guy.
Was obviously going to be more important as the series progresses because he's still around.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like he's going to be the guy who is he's just going to keep popping up. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
I can also see him with that explosion that started this whole thing having some kind of influence.
Yep. Yeah.
He's all about the chaos.
He could be the guy who created the explosion that killed Becker's wife, girlfriend, whatever she was.
Fiance.
Yes. Just one half step down from wife.
Yep.
So he could be the mastermind behind that one.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have been the person that took the pictures.
No, Bonds was definitely the one that took the picture.
Oh, okay.
That's why he got his position.
Oh, yes, that's right.
He was sitting in a nice, comfortable spot. You didn't have to worry about anything, and that's why he became a drunk.
Yeah, that's why he became a drunk.
Didn't have to worry about anything.
I feel like I'd still have better things to do with my life, but
Yeah, right. Too many goals to do that kind of stuff.
So, Xenos was a good main character. I will definitely say that. When it came to the oblivious, overpowered character, he is probably one of the better ones when it came to this season. Just to kind of give a perspective, because of course I watched them all this season, and I just looked it up. So, of the ones that I watched anyways, I left my A-rank party to help my former students. That was one where he was significantly stronger than what he thought he was. Obviously, brilliant healer. We had the unaware Altier Meister. I think that's it. As far as kicked out of your party and you're actually super strong.
Okay.
So yeah, this was definitely, as far as main characters were concerned, this was the best one. What'd you think of this show? Overall, kind of what was your thought behind the show?
Overall opinion.
Yeah.
Super solid mid.
Yes.
Nothing too significant from this. The animation is going to be interesting to play with because the animation itself was beautiful enough.
Okay.
But then when it came to fight scenes, it was all slide by slides. It wasn't you didn't get to see actual action. You get to see actual movement. It was basically flashes, and then your brain puts together things, and then that's fine. So I need to put that kind of nitpick in when I say slide by slides.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of action to keep everybody interested out there, but the storyline was good enough to keep me interested.
Yep.
I am interested to see more, so I can say that much. But all in all, this is just solid mid. Can't give it anything more than that.
Yes.
What about you?
I 100% agree. Just very mid.
Mm-hmm.
The second time through, I was like, what did I like so much about this show? It was definitely a two-time is more than enough.
Yeah, right.
Watch.
Yeah, because did you watch this 100% in Japanese the very first time?
Yeah, I watched it.
Week
I watched
by
it
week?
subbed. Yeah.
Okay, and then we had the rewatch.
Yeah.
I got through half of it in Japanese, and then I got sidetracked into other stuff.
And that explains a lot.
Yeah. Even then, I thought it was okay. The first half of the first season was okay. The first episode was honestly a little rough. It was a little wild. It was very interesting to be introduced to everybody in a way that was who the hell are these people? And everything is just so, I just want to say blah. When we got introduced to the three demis dealing with the food dish and them trying to give us a little bit of characteristics about who they are and how they act and kind of those kind of things. It was whatever. Didn't care too much about that. But then actually when we started getting into a little bit more of Xenos and finding out what he can do, it was just an interesting beginning to tell a story.
Yeah. The way all that characters were introduced was pretty good. All of them were injured and or forced themselves into the clinic.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it all very interesting. And then, typical harem type stuff when it came to Xenos.
Yep.
And all the demi-humans loving on him. But it's mid. It's 100% a mid type show. It wasn't bad. I would definitely recommend this to people if they're like, hey, give me an easy watch. Here you go. If you haven't watched this, watch it once.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. As long as you need just something, this would be something.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely has a little bit for most people, you could say. Interesting characters, a little bit of fights. I would say the first fight in the beginning is what really drew me in.
With the brawl between the three demis?
No, the brawl between when Xenos kind of shows off all of his powers to the one noble guy at the very beginning for Till.
Oh, when he saves Till from the grave robbing deal.
Yep. Basically that very beginning of the episode.
Yeah, he definitely pulled some interest there. Like, okay, so this guy, he's good. Yeah, I can agree with that. It's interesting.
Yeah, it was all super interesting. And then, we got none of it. So, I mean, we got some bits and pieces when Krishna shot him and he was able to basically use a barrier to save himself.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of stuff like that. But as a whole, yeah, we didn't got any of that.
Suppose the first big real barrier that brought real drama into this was when we got introduced into the guide.
Yes.
And turning Aston into that golem, like
the deep underground or whatever they called it.
So it's not too deep, but it actually brought some good drama into everything. Golem taking over, demolishing the city or the back alleys or whatever, the
parts of the slums.
Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. And then just the way it got taken down, obviously Xenos being super overpowered. And then we've seen this in a couple other anime where he's using like attacking plus healing at the same time to like make sure he doesn't like kill the enemy.
Yep. Our favorite healer show. Yep.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, which one was that again? As soon as I saw that, I immediately thought of that anime too, with the heal punch.
Definitely not that one. Yeah, I typed in healer anime and redo of a healer showed up. I'm like, nope, not that one. Wrong way to use healing magic.
There it is. That's the one. But yeah, in the end, it was a good scene.
Yes.
And then it turned into a comical end for when Xenos finally got him out of the golem.
Yep.
And then he was saying like he saved just enough energy to give him a powered up punch.
And then gave him a reciprocal 1 gold coin so that, they're even now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, it's a way for all of the 3 demi-humans to be able to love up on him and bring him back to bring him back to his clinic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that was cute, too.
Yeah.
Xenos is like, yeah, I know you guys worked just as hard as I did, even though he put in way more effort because they were all boosted.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a nice ending for that little scene for him to be carried back by them.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think of Becker's kind of reasoning behind wanting to find Afrid, right? Afrid?
Mm-hmm.
Afrid, and then also to sabotage Goldran.
I thought it was a very solid idea.
Yep.
Totally understand everything. And then we got like the little bit of explanation about how he originally only put enough of this like poison in to like paralyze everybody and it wasn't going to be lethal, and then somebody came and messed with the formula or whatever to make it actually deadly. Adds that little bit of like extra drama for like things being serious, but like it's all understandable. He's trying to get his revenge. He's trying to like get things figured out. All in all, I enjoy the entire thing.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts?
No, I agree. I think it's a very realistic and understandable reason for why he's doing the things that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind the explanation where he's like, I knew it was regular poison, or it was more than what I thought it was going to be for poison, but I was already this far. It's like, yeah, that's true. You went that far. You're not, no turning back now.
Yeah, right. And there was that quick comment that was like, I didn't care if I live or died. And then Uman was like, that's really hard to hear. I'm like, ooh, that's a very good line.
Yeah. Yeah, because to her, he is essentially her adopted father.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked up to him so much.
So obviously he is necessary for her to be around.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I like that one. And then, of course, when he throws all the change down and then Xenos comes back into the room and he's like, to answer your question, I pick them all the coins up. It's like, yeah, that's true. That's fair, Xenos.
Yeah, I liked how that little idea had like a dual purpose behind it too, because on one hand, he's a healer, he's going to heal everybody, and on the second hand, it's money, and he wants money. So it was a clever thing to throw in.
Very, very true. Speaking of, what did you think Xenos wrote down on that paper for Goldran, like what he owed him?
Ooh, good question. I would like to assume a bill.
Yes, I would agree it's a bill, but I feel like there was more than that.
I don't have many thoughts. What are you thinking?
So when I saw that and his reaction was shock, I assumed it was a monetary value, but then when I saw it again, I'm like, you know what? I bet you he also wrote down that he must resign from being like the head of the school or whatever it is.
Goldran?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, after all this stuff, he's been exposed. That's kind of a given as well. Like, he's obviously a fraud.
Yep.
Piece of shit.
Yes, absolutely.
I also liked how Crescent was like, you're a piece of crap, and like just straight up said it out. Like, yeah.
So I feel like it was probably like 5 million gold, whatever the gold was. Because I'm pretty sure he said like 1 million to Aston. So I feel like it's significantly more than that to
for sure.
Goldran.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Did you have like a favorite moment at all? Was there anything that stood out in this season?
I think my favorite moment would have been like episode 3 when the 3 demis were having their little brawl in the arena.
Yep.
And he was just sitting there healing everybody, made them realize that this stupid fight will go on forever as long as you just keep thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. What about you?
Okay. The bath. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, the whole 5th episode, I think is what... No. I kind of agree with the fighting. I do really like the Golem one where you see Xenos running around and going around and healing everybody, and then also stat boosting the 3 demi-humans, then, saving the person who kind of picked him up from and got him out of the slums. I thought that was pretty good symbolism. I guess that whole episode, I thought it was really good. I thought they did a good job of ensuring that it didn't get too long, too. Like, you could have easily dragged that out to make it a full episode or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That whole battle, I would imagine most anime would turn that into a 2-episode minimum.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got the point across. I think that was a very solid episode.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I am curious. I know we talked about it a little bit, but do you have any expectations, hopes, desires for season 2?
Taking from a little bit from what we talked earlier, I do want to see more out of the guide. So I hope that he becomes a little bit more relevant for creating more drama.
Okay.
I don't know how you would do his things, but I want to see more of the guide.
I feel like he could cause some drama and then kind of introduce himself at like the end of the season, maybe. Mm-hmm. Like trying to get on Xenos' good side so he lets his guard down.
Right.
I could see something like that happening.
Yeah, they definitely have to come face to face at some point.
100%, yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see him. Out of the 3 girls, I don't know what to expect out of them.
Do you think he's just going to have a 5-person harem? Is that what it's going to be? 6-person harem?
I do know it's going to increase because when I looked into the light novels, I did see like a brown-haired cat girl.
Yep. So we also have Till.
Yeah, we got introduced to Till all over again at the end of the series. So she's gonna make it at very minimum another appearance.
Yes,
she's gonna stick around for a little bit.
Yep.
I don't think she'll stick around permanently because one of my notes I did mention that like she would come back after she figured out what she wanted to do with her life after he freed her from being a slave. So if that's the case, like she has something to go back to.
Correct.
So I can't see her sticking around anything permanently.
Unless she's like, I figured out what I want, and it's to be with you. And it's like, God damn it.
They could go something stupid, simple like that, too.
Yeah. I hope they don't, but
I hope they don't either, yeah. We need to ultimately figure out who Xenos' teacher was.
Absolutely. Which you have not been spoiled about, so there's that.
Right, yeah. He's saying that because in this character sheet that we're going through, like, he's there, and he's titled Xenos' Master, and I clicked on it, and it's literally blank. So the light novel hasn't spoiled anything about what this is saying. So obviously curious about him.
Correct.
Maybe we'll get bits and pieces out of him. I mean, if there's 8 books, first season took 2. If they're going to continue this anime series
at this pacing,
we're not going to figure out exactly who he is by season 2, but we might get somewhat of a lead. I can see a lead to follow.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
I think I'll stop there. What about you? What are you thinking?
Yeah. Kind of everything you said. I feel like we're going to get kind of a more deeper relationship between the harem, Xenos and the harem. Mm-hmm. I feel like all the demi-humans, while they're close, they don't really know a whole lot about their background or their history, so probably get some more about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we mentioned, Carmilla, need to figure out more about her.
Yep, absolutely. I feel like the guide, we're going to get some more information on him. I kind of feel like he's just going to keep popping up until towards the end of the series.
I agree.
If I had to guess, that's how the series is going to end, is the guide is going to be, I killed your mentor or something stupid along those lines.
Yeah, I like that. We can go that route.
He is a shapeshifter, so I feel like he's been around forever. And I can't imagine too much other things. The show isn't, while it has some deep moments, it's not super deep in itself. Mm-hmm. So I just don't think there's going to be anything too crazy.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
All in all, I'm glad we watched it. I'm glad I covered it. I'm glad we watched it a second time. I'm glad we covered it because it wasn't bad. It's just 2 times is enough.
I agree.
So, anything else you want to talk about as far as the brilliant healer's new life in the shadows?
Nah, I think I'm good there.
Okay. I know this season's been crazy. So before we get into making me look terrible, let's kind of talk about what you've been watching this season. I promise I like Pokemon.
Yeah, we'll do the Pokemon quiz after a little bit of casual talk.
Yes.
All right, so, yeah, like you said, this season has been incredibly crazy. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Some of my favorites, Dr. Stone.
Yep.
Dr. Stone's top 3 favorite anime. Definitely been staying up to date with that one.
I feel you on that one. Okay.
So excited about everything that's going on there. Just learning about, quirky little sciencey things and how they're building stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
My next favorite one that I'm really into is Gachi Akuda.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oof, yes.
A lot of fun stuff going on with that anime. The beginning of this anime started out so crazy and fun, and then now we're getting deeper into this garbage world.
Yep.
And now everything is just good. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, sure, I can say pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with watching this show. So
yes,
definitely into this one. Staying up to date with Don, of course, because got to stay up to date with everything. That show is just
nuts,
stupid, funny, and definitely interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess as far as my anime history is going, obviously there's a couple other ones out there, but without going too deep into my recently watched kind of stuff, I did dive into a couple Netflix things, and that's back when I was watching Squid Games, and I think I watched Beetlejuice 2 on there.
Nice.
So I kept myself busy with a couple side projects.
I know you were talking about wanting to watch Wednesday, season 2.
Wednesday, yep, now that that's out. Definitely want to finish that before, try to squeeze that in somehow with trying to stay up to date with this crazy season.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to watch. That's definitely for sure.
Yep.
Gotta get back into Toga and Anki. That series started out really well.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I think I watched 7-ish episodes.
Oh, you're definitely further than I am at the moment.
Oh, no. Toga and Anki? No, I haven't watched that one. I was thinking of another one that starts with a T. Toga and Anki, I want to watch because I know William is one of the characters in that series, so I just need to watch it. I just haven't because I'm watching a lot. That is an understatement. I'm watching 11 different shows this season. Wow. That does not include the stuff that we are the stuff we're covering for our shows.
Mm-hmm.
So our episodes, and yeah, it's on top of doing stuff around my house, which Lantz knows about. We don't need to talk about it as far as the podcast is concerned. Nobody cares about what I'm doing in my house.
Yeah.
So staying busy, we'll put it that way.
I put Kaiju number 8 on pause because I read the manga.
Yeah,
I read the manga. I already know what's all happening, so I'm gonna save that for last.
Okay.
I'm obviously excited to see everything in animated form, but I'm going to catch up on stuff I don't know before I catch up on what I do.
Yep.
And then just a couple others that I'm sure you're going to say as well, like Rascal and Dress Up Darling.
Yep.
I put One Piece on pause for a minute. It crushed a lot. So I'm currently on episode 747. So until I find a moment to
watch the last 400 episodes.
Yeah, right. I'm in obviously no big rush, but
yes.
Just stop right there. What are you watching with your 11 shows?
So I am watching Kaiju because, I don't know what's going on. Gachikura, definitely. Dr. Stone, Dandadan, Rascal, Cleavites.
I have that queued up. I know you were talking that up for me, and that's definitely on my
it's
next to
very
watch.
Much up your alley. Lots of blood and gore.
Awesome.
So it's a very dark themes. It's super good. I'm really enjoying that one. Scooped up by an S-ranked adventurer. Another one of those typical tropes where guy just has no idea how strong he is.
Okay, the show we're covering.
Yeah. But there's some reasonings behind it so that it kind of makes a lot more sense. Shield Hero season 4. That's pretty good.
Haven't even started that one yet. I forgot about that.
Yep. That's simuldubbed, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then Wateriku's A Bunch of Stars is about to collapse. That one, it's kind of lighthearted. It's easy. I'm kind of curious where it's going to go. It's a slice of life type thing, so nothing crazy.
Okay.
Kind of, since you haven't watched any of it, basically the main character has a childhood friend who disappeared for a while, comes back. He's got a sister complex, and then the most popular girl in school, he has a crush on, and she has a crush on him, and we'll just put it that way.
Okay.
And then the childhood friend is also a girl, and various things happen because of it, but it's interesting. We'll put it that way. Nothing too crazy. Speaking of crazy, though, the water magician, insane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super good.
I know Crunchyroll has advertised that a couple times
Yep.
when I signed on, so definitely saw the title.
Yep, reincarnated. Basically, he asked for a simple life, and it's an anime, so of course he's not getting a simple life. But he got reincarnated to like a desolate island and was given the option to kind of just live his life as a water magician on this island. And he didn't, if he stayed in his area, it has essentially a barrier around it, so nobody could ever bother him. Nobody could hurt him. He only had food for a month, so he would have to like salvage and do all the other stuff as far as nutrition and stuff is concerned. But as far as living a simple life, he could easily have that. But there's a fight where, without giving it away, basically he has a fight, and because he's a water magician, he can control water to the umpth degree, and basically he makes it rain and then makes it burn on the person that he's fighting as soon as the water droplets touch the person's skin.
Okay, interesting.
So just kind of a cool concept. You don't normally get like that fine detail when it comes to controlling water.
Sure.
So it just that's kind of cool. And of course the guy's reincarnated, so when he does meet up with somebody, they're like, yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do that with water. And he's like, I don't know. I just do it. Like, that's kind of one of those things.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Definitely one that when you get a chance, you need to watch. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw that on my list.
Awesome. That's 11 shows, so I don't need to talk about more things I'm watching because that's already a lot. And before we get going, Lance, I know you've been dying to do the Pokemon quiz, so let's get into it.
All right, so let's jump into Generation 1 questions.
Doesn't help anything, but okay.
So for a simple show that we're covering, trying to do something that most people might be familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
So question number 1, what typing is Nidoqueen?
Oh, man. I'm trying to think, because I don't remember if poison was always a typing. Is there more than one typing? Can you answer that, or is that too much?
Given that kind of information might be
too much? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go with grass fighting.
Grass fighting?
Yeah.
Grass fighting, interesting.
I don't remember.
Okay. Both of those ones were wrong.
Nice, even better.
Okay, poison was 100% definitely a typing in Gen 1.
Okay.
Because coughing, if you just want to think simple, coughing is considered a poison type.
Yep.
So yeah, Nidoqueen and Nidoking are both poison ground types.
Oh, okay. Yep. That makes sense. I would have laughed if you were like, poison fairy. I would have been like, what the fuck?
Oh, geez, that would be pretty insane.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it would kind of make sense because you need the moonstones to evolve it, but
that would be more interesting.
That'd be kind of a crazy concept.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Moonstone could have definitely, like, rethought. I mean, they already rethought a handful of, like, OG normal types into fairies, which makes sense, like Jigglypuff or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, if you have a Moonstone history, fairy makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I like that. Anyway, question number 2. True or false? The Fighting Dojo in Saffron City. If you defeat all 5 members, you can choose between obtaining a special rare Pokemon or obtaining a badge.
Oh, yeah, no, that's false.
Okay, yeah.
that one's actually an easy one. You do get the Pokemon, but not the badge.
Correct. And question number 3. What level does Voltorb evolve?
24.
24 is incorrect.
Ah.
It is a nice, solid level 30. And then when you get further into the Hisuian, or whatever it's called, later in the series, the new version takes a leaf stone because he's electric grass. In that series. But yeah, he's a little bit more rugged looking. Like his red is like
Hisuian.
Well, yeah. He's got his second variation.
Yes, the second variation one. Yes, that's right. Okay, I guess I'll give you that one.
Yeah, but strictly Gen 1, level 30.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's my Pokemon quiz for today.
Well, I appreciate you giving me an easy one at least.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go too complicated on everything. But yeah, happy you got one of them.
Awesome. Well, for anybody who has listened to us this far, please drop a comment. Let us know, how did you do on the Pokemon quiz? Because I hope you guys are doing better than I am, because I'm not doing that great.
Yeah, kind of funny.
I loved Pokemon, but I did not pay that much attention. I was strictly just like, all right, let me get my favorite Pokemon out. Let me just battle some shit. I know what's super effective against me. I won't use that stuff, and I'll make it work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to be so much higher of a level compared to the Elite Four. I'll be fine. Not a problem. Obviously, Lantz did not play Pokemon that way.
No, I was super duper obsessed, and I knew all the ins and outs, and I played very strategically versus grinding and just being overpowering.
Yeah, I was straight overpowering. No stat reducer stuff, no stat enhancer stuff, no straight. If it didn't do damage, I didn't want it.
Oh, I mean, that's definitely understandable for when we were children playing red and blue. Like,
even into teenage years.
Even into teenage. Like, honestly, it's when you start getting older and you're realizing on a little bit more of the competitive way, kind of like guaranteeing a win versus gambling every single time with just overpower kind of stuff. Not necessarily overpowering, but like using your strongest move, your one go-to move every single time. That's all you ever do, which is not a bad technique for most of Pokemon as it is, but sometimes a little bit of strategy helps.
Yes, I will give you that one. And unless you're doing it competitive, you can pretty much just go straight attack moves all the time, and you'll be fine, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
New gen stuff, you're no worries anywhere.
Right. Yeah, the base game, zero worries.
Yep.
You're going to be just fine.
Yeah, I have like watched some people talking about like tournaments and stuff and some of the moves, and I'm like, God damn, that is way over the weeds out of my head. Like thought process stuff.
Yeah.
Just insane. But yeah.
Yeah, and for Pokemon Go, there's I think it was level 43. In order to get to level 44, you had to battle and win 30 times in each league.
Yep.
So you had to like make a team of like really weird move sets, because if you go up against a random ass guy and you're only sitting at like one element type, you need to have your second move be something random, because you need to throw off your opponent.
Yeah, you needed 2 different typings per Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Just to hope you didn't get matched up on the super effective typing.
Yeah, and of course it's all
always
just odds. It was so goddamn difficult. It took me so long to get my 30 wins on each of those.
I would have never gotten there.
A lot of time and dedication.
I don't got time for that. I basically quit Pokemon Go. So
yeah, don't blame you. It's a commitment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with that being said, thank you everybody for listening to us. Please make sure to like and follow on whatever platform you're listening to us on. If you want some more anime news, please follow the Anime Show on Facebook and Instagram. And also, me and Matt are part of another podcast, D&D Noobs, where obviously we're playing D&D with another group of friends, and we play through a lot of shenanigans that I'm making everybody go through. So we'd be greatly appreciated if you guys followed us there as well. And until next time, we'll see you guys.